Hey guys, welcome to another episode with me, Shashank Udupa. And today's episode, I'm not very happy to do it, but the reason why I'm saying that is because the market is crashing like there is no tomorrow. And dude, I'm not gonna like sugarcoat it like all the other people who say that buy the dip, buy the dip. I mean, it is good to buy the dip right now. It is good to have an SIP at this point, but boss, ये और गिरने वाला है. If you think that this is done and this is fine, it is not done, it is not fine, it is going to drop even more, and there is a main reason behind it. Actually, there's 3-4 reasons behind today's drop, and I'm going to talk about all of that in a very crisp short format today for you guys, so you can understand कि boss क्या हो रहा है. But the main intention of this video is not to like give fear into your hearts or not to like give you a negative sentiment. Please do not understand it from that perspective. The main importance of today's episode is to make you understand what is happening in the market, why is there a global sell-off, and where is the money going, right? Obviously this money is moving away from one place to another, so we need to understand where this money is moving into, and we will only do that with data, nothing else. Okay, so let's stay tuned today. So today we're going to understand what are the top reasons why the markets are falling today. We will analyze the market a little bit, and we will see who's getting hit the most as well. Okay, so if you like this episode in the whole period, then just click on that like button and share. If you don't want to subscribe, no problem, it's completely fine. Let's get into it right now without wasting any more time. Guys, so look at this. Okay, so I am currently right now looking at the market, and this is currently, according to my watch, it's around 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Now I would actually wait until 3 p.m. to do the video, but the reason why I didn't wait today is because, boss, even if the market recovers, the main big factors or the fundamental factors are still bad, right? If you look at the market right now, Sensex is down 1,421 points. It might recover a little bit at the end of the day, or it might go down even more after the 1-2 p.m., right? After the European market start opening. Nifty Bank also, everything is going bad in Nifty Bank as well, and we'll talk about why all this is happening one by one. If you look at the advance and decline ratio, look at this. In Nifty Bank, there is no bank that is in positive. Everyone's negative. In fact, IndusInd Bank has taken the biggest hit, and RBI Bank also has taken a hit right now. RBL, I think, because the CEO changed, right? And if you look at Nifty 50, again, there's only 3 companies that are in positive. 47 companies are currently negative, and again, the most hit are the financial services guys, which is Bajaj Finance, Hindalco, Bajaj Finserv, IndusInd Bank. They've all taken a massive hit. Other guys have not moved too much, right? Which are the FMCG players, which are mostly, I would say, recession-proof stocks. They've not moved much at all, right? But why is this entire scene happening? Let's understand one by one. First of all, you see that the FIIs, which is the foreign institutional investors, foreign portfolio investors, these guys are pulling out of the market. And what do I mean by pulling out of the market? These guys are removing their money and leaving the market. In the end, we will find out where are they putting this money, okay? Because wherever they put the money, that asset class will start going up. But in the month of June, they have sold 14,000 crores out of India, and obviously the concerns are very, very, very high. And they have been doing this from a very long time. It's not something ki aaj uth ke hum log ne bola let's sell. They have been doing this from a very long time. But why is this all sparking? We will understand. The main reason why this is all sparking is because of this reason, right? The US inflation data came out. The consumer price inflation data of US came out in the weekend, okay, during the weekend. And that's why I was so scared, because I knew the market was going to fall on Monday. It came out at a loss. I mean, it came out at 8.6%. US inflation data at 8.6% is extremely high. In fact, it went more than April, right? And this was after US coming, the Fed rates coming and increasing the interest rates and saying we have it under control, right? It is not going under control. First of all, shelter, food and gas were the biggest contributors for this inflation. Now, why is this scary, right? Why is inflation scary, or why is inflation going up scary? It's not because of things महंगा होने वाला है तो इसलिए it's very scary. No. The people are getting scared because now the Fed has to be more aggressive than what they were, because Fed thought कि हम लोग ने इतना पैसा छाप लिया, we printed so much money, let's go आराम से, let's do this, we'll slowly curb the interest rates, we could slowly increase it and go. Then they said, no, inflation has gone up to 7%. Let's increase it faster. They did that. It did not work because inflation is still going up. That means the amount they've printed is just insane. Also, it's not just their fault, it's also the global cues. With respect to the Russia-Ukraine war is also impacting this a lot, right? So, sab kuch saath mein ho raha hai, so it is not good. And if you look at this, the core inflation data is just going up and up and up, and it's hotter than ever, right? Now, this is not good at all, because I'll tell you in the end of the video why this Fed rate interest, if they increase, what will happen to people like me and you. I will talk about that as well in the end of this video, right? Because it is not a good scenario, by the way, for everyone who's thinking. Now, let's understand this. US inflation has gone up quite significantly. We know that the Fed rates are going to now, Fed is going to come and start, Federal Reserve basically is going to start increasing the interest rates. It's going to put massive pressure on Biden's entire presidency and on the Federal Reserve. So when that happens, all the FPIs are like, bago, bago, let's take our money out. They have to keep their money somewhere. We will understand where that is. Because of that, all the money is going out of our country, which is India, and our rupee is now going to an all-time low, right? And that is also hurting us really, really bad, because look at this. The high oil prices are the root cause of rupee's weakness, and global risk of sentiment triggered by the fears of sharp rate hikes again by the Fed is hurting the exchange rate even more. And if you look at the four factors, one is the foreign outflows, which is happening quite significantly, which is mental, right? Since January, we've lost approximately $24 billion that are coming to India. Fed rate hike is also getting a big worry. Inflation is obviously another big issue, and the current account deficit is also becoming a big issue for us. So all of these things are not good for our economy. Trust me, it is not good for our economy, right? In the meantime, LIC also declined 3.2% to hit an all-time low at 681. So this is also creating an issue. Now we understood all this. Now two things are going to happen. Let's understand why this is going to become a big issue, and if the interest rate goes up, what is going to happen? Let's understand that now. Now, looking at the negative consequences, let's look at what will happen if the Fed increases the interest rate. Now, if the Fed increases the interest rate and if it's going to be more aggressive, then what is going to happen? I'll tell you. All the things are going to start getting cheaper. Obviously, your inflation will slowly curb down and go down, but we get pushed into a recession. And why do we get pushed into a recession? Because when the money is sucked out of the system, all your funding dries up, right? The money in the system is going to be less. What happens when that happens, right? Everyone will start firing their employees, and we've already seen that the startups are the guys who get funded the most, and also they get no money at the worst period of time, which is right now. So they are going to lose majority of their money. Number one, they have to save their money, so they'll start firing people. What happens if you start firing a lot of people? Right? If you start firing a lot of people, you will go into a mode where there is massive unemployment and there is a lot of recession. Now, unemployment and recession is not a good sign for any economy, right? Because the more unemployment goes up, the taxpayers will not pay tax, obviously, because I'm not making any kind of money. The GST will, I will not spend anything as well if I'm not making any money, and this will slowly affect the entire Indian economy as well. So again, I'm saying this is not going to be good because the unemployment rate is also going to go up, and this is not going to happen now. It is not going to happen today after this crash. It is going to happen over a period of time. Right? It is not happening now. It will take another 4 to 5 to 6 months. That's why I'm saying understand how the fundamentals are working. It is not going to be great, right? Japanese yen also is going to a big problem because their Bank of Japan did not tighten the interest rate like how we did. So in fact, for all the people who are thinking, why did India do this? We're copying US. In fact, it's good that India is doing this because Bank of Japan didn't do that, and they are now at the lowest point, which is even worse, right? And if you just go to Bloomberg markets right now, there's only negativity over here, and this is very common in a market where there is too much hype and then the hype goes down. There's a lot of negativity. We need a lot of positive news, but that doesn't come out at this point. Yen tumbles to its lowest since 1998. Rupee tumbles to a new record, which is also really bad. Bitcoin tumbles to an 18-month low because it's broken that 30,000 barrier and it's come down to 20,000. So literally every market is doing bad right now. Literally every market is doing bad. But where is this money going? Now, these FPIs and FIs are not stupid people, right? They are obviously removing their money. They won't keep it in the bank account. If they keep it in the bank account, what will happen? Inflation will eat their money, and it is already so high. So where is this going to go, right? Can somebody guess in the comments, where is this going to go? This is going to go into assets. There are two assets that will appreciate right now. One, which is the age-old asset of your gold, right? Because of the US Fed meeting and the dollar index, the top 5 triggers, this is basically pushing your gold price to go up right now. And if you look at this, on account of US inflation soaring to a record 41-year high, gold price posted strong gains towards the weekend. Why is this happening? Because all the money, understand the flow of money, all the money is moving away from the Indian markets, from the Asian markets, and going into safe haven assets, right? Which is gold. They cannot keep it in their bank account. So this is going to go up. Another thing that is constantly going up, right? If you're actually looking at it, if you're an Indian, this is not for global guys, this is mainly for Indians. Another thing is, if you see, you have to see the USD INR rate today. Like look at the USD INR rate, it is at 78.12, and if you look at from the last 1 year, we were at 73 and now it is at 78. So dollar is constantly going up and all the rupees and the yens and all the other currencies in the world is going down. Now all this is created also because of this artificial bubble or this artificial hype, and this always happens. The same thing happened before as well, the same thing happens now as well. But do we get out of this? Yes, we definitely get out of this. Does it happen instantly? No, it doesn't happen instantly. It takes time. In fact, it takes a lot of time is what I would say. So what do we do in such a market scenario, right? What do we do in a scenario where the market is just doing a decline like this, and it's going to take a long time for the market to recover and go up, maybe even a year, maybe a year and a half, we don't know. The best time to do, take this as an opportunity. Ensure that you have a sustainable revenue coming in your bank account. Do not leave your job, and with that sustainable revenue, just start averaging into good fundamentally strong stocks, right? Just start buying, even if it goes down, let it keep going down, right? Let it not go up. It's okay, because you know what, the thing is, eventually it has to go up one day or the other, maybe 1 year, maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years later, with one more bull run you will see. At that time you will make the most amount of money, right? So now you will see a lot of negativity, but now let me recap again the few reasons why we're losing, why the market is going down. Mainly first because of the US inflation data that came out, that now we're getting scared that it has to go up. The Fed rate is going to increase. If they increase the Fed rate increases, then the money is going to get sucked out of the system. If that happens, then jobs get affected, people go into unemployment, and that creates a whole difficult issue, because if that goes into unemployment, next you will see the GDP of countries will start going down, and that will trigger another sell-off, because all these Moody's and other guys will come and say the India's GDP now we will forecast it lower, right? Obviously, because so much unemployment is happening. So it is a trigger of chain reactions. As I said, finance is such a beautiful topic that anything you shadowify here and there, it affects a whole different region, right? So now, because of money got printed 2 years ago, because of COVID, which happened in China, money printed in US, now affecting Indians and will affect your job as well. So please be careful, and I would say don't stress too much about the market falling. I'm here not to give you any negative elements here. I'm just trying to make you guys understand why it is falling. Right? You need to know what is happening in the market. Rest, you have to take your own decision. Okay, so that's it, guys. So this was a quick episode on what is happening with the current market. I apologize for what is happening. I cannot help it. But what my strategy is, if you want to know and if you're panicking, is I'm just averaging a small amount every month, like an SIP. I am not putting lump sum right now. Whatever amount I can spare, I'm putting it. But I'm also increasing my asset allocation in gold right now. And I was telling you this from the last few months that I have been buying gold every month, right? Only for this reason, because now my gold is in a nice 10% up zone, and I knew this was happening because this is a chain reaction. It is not over. It is going to happen even more. It will go up even more. Just be careful about this. Okay, so if you like this episode, please click on that like button, share it with your friends who want to understand ki bhai market kyun niche ja raha hai. So it's a quick way to understand it. This is me, Shashank Udupa, giving you some awesome content very fast and good, right? Okay, this is me, Shashank Udupa, signing off. Take care. See you guys. Bye.